What's up, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. All right, we got actually some more news out of the SEC, kind of off the record, but it was from the SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce, and basically she kind of shed some light on it, what I think is the kind of the tone currently at the SEC. So we'll dive into that in this video and check it out.
Trade Genius.
All right, so Frank Chaparro, this is off of Twitter. They were at a basically a conference, a crypto conference in Washington, D.C. But she was there, and she's been pretty friendly to the whole crypto space. She's, if you would maybe call her an advocate at the SEC for crypto and changing their stance on crypto and things of that nature. So she basically said, you know, don't hold your breath, ETF wise, don't hold your breath. It could come tomorrow or it could come in 20 years, she said. I do caution people not to live or die on when a crypto or Bitcoin ETF gets approved. Now, again, because we have platforms like the Fidelity trading platform and the Backed platform coming about, this really, again, as we've been saying, kind of makes the Van Eck slash CBOE proposed ETF kind of redundant. It's just that historically when ETFs are introduced, like when the gold-backed ETF was introduced, it really had an impact on the underlying commodities price. But it's a different era, and so things are a little more sophisticated. So I would have to agree that this being approved or not approved or delayed really shouldn't rattle the markets too much, because there's going to be other avenues that are going to achieve the same thing this ETF is going to achieve. She goes on to further say, you all know that I'm working on trying to convince my colleagues to have a bit more of an open mind when it comes to crypto. I'm not as charming as some other people, she added. Institutionalization will happen, she concluded. And she went on to say that crypto firms should get good regulatory advice. So basically, guys, what this means is things are going to happen in crypto with or without this ETF. The big players are coming, and there is going to be a large accumulation that's going to happen to Bitcoin. Now, regarding Bitcoin and price, right now we're in a descending wedge. Okay, so the descending wedge is going to be bullish when it breaks out, unless it breaks down. Okay, so that's the key. Now, what I don't like and what's very bearish about this whole scenario, and what most people just don't seem to eyeball, is the fact that Bitcoin is going to go down if the stock markets are sagging. It's just not going to buck the market just yet, unless we see a complete break from the correlation. But that's really in play. Otherwise, it'd be a little more bullish in this spot here, looking for a bounce at least to the upside of this trend line. But for right now, I would err on the side of caution and wait, because otherwise we could likely probe these prior lows over here, and if we do get down in that area and we get a nice wick back up, that could be basically a catalyst for a nice bounce. But right now in this spot, we're kind of in no man's land for a larger type swing trade. And if the markets are going to be down, the future markets are down pretty decently tonight, guys. It's not looking good on the stock indices. So if that continues to roll over into tomorrow's session, then you could expect Bitcoin to stay down, possibly break down through this lower trend line. So even though we've got like a very bullish setup here, and risk reward wise is decent, and we also have a bullish divergence on RSI, for example, the stock market behavior is going to override that, I'm afraid. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, just thought I would share kind of what was vocalized by Hester Pierce. She's been pretty proactive and pretty positive on the crypto side of things at the SEC, but basically saying don't get your hopes up. And also, it's not the end all if it isn't approved this go around. So, and I agree with that. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Please hit like and subscribe. If you're interested in any of our products, we got some specials running. Head over to tradelikeagenius.com and check those out. Otherwise, guys, I will see you on tomorrow's video. All right, take care.
Trade Genius.